Alright guys, how we doing today? A little bit different video today. I don't want to go over tutorial. I feel like I've been putting out a lot of tutorials. I just kind of want to go over more of the whole web design, web development industry as a whole in 2019. Again, it's a little bit different than tutorial, but kind of want to start to reach a little bit different audience and maybe open this up a little bit more than just trying to teach stuff and things over and over, but kind of give a little bit more of my experience in the industry. So where are we in 2019? What I can say is it's changed a lot and it's continuing to change with positives and negatives. And honestly, when you kind of look at it, everything's changing. Um, and really, in this industry, I think the goods are all going to outweigh the bad. A lot of things with AI, automation, more simpler platforms such as Wix and other Squarespace, things like that are a little bit simpler. A lot of businesses are moving in that direction, but still, at the end of the day, somebody's got to be managing those sites, and they're still not something that you're going to just have anybody come in and do overnight. There's still going to be a little bit of a learning curve and stuff, even with a lot of those platforms. But then you really look at the fact that most businesses are still using more complex CMS systems such as WordPress, and most enterprises are using even more complex systems such as Adobe AEM and more complex technologies such as React and Vue, JavaScript frameworks. So really, it's evolving. It's just going to continue to evolve. And one thing as far as the industry as a whole is that there's not enough people to fill these positions. There's still a large demand. Now, finding a good job is not the same as finding a job in web development. There are going to be positions that will offer you $15 an hour, and honestly, they're expecting to get about $15 an hour worth of work. You're not going to bring them to the moon. But then there are enterprises that are looking to pay $50, $60, $75 an hour, 100, 150 a year, thousand a year for developers that can do customization to their CSS, to their JavaScript components, to really just have somebody there that can do anything that needs to be done with the front end or UI of their website. And those positions are not going anywhere. They're continuing to grow. More and more companies are looking for those. Now, there is a few things to say here. Location matters, especially in the U.S. I don't know too much about other countries. But within the U.S., there are certain areas that are going to pay more. And the alternative to that is, are you paying more for the areas that you're living and things like that, which is really going to be any position, but in IT it's a little bit more specific because there are locations such as California, Washington State, even Texas, where they're a little bit more in demand for developers, but the cost of living are a little bit more. And then you have places like the Midwest and the South where Midwest you can get some pretty good incomes, the South as well, but the cost of living is a little bit cheaper. So you really kind of have to weigh your options when you're looking at some of these positions. And then you also have to look at if you're going into a full-time type role or a contractor. Now, contractors is usually going to be a little bit better hourly wage, but you won't have the holidays and things like that when you're not working to get paid for. A lot of those can evolve into full-time positions, but again, you are a contractor and it comes with its positives and negatives. It's better for younger developers, but then it's still good if you kind of want to give things a try and move around a bit. Definitely liked working as a contractor over the years. So guys, I don't know, I think the state of web development in 2019, again, is changing. It's a great industry to be in. That's the bottom line. It's changing. Everything's changing. But ultimately, there's not enough people meeting these positions. And if you're thinking about becoming a coder, if you're thinking about learning to code, now's the time. For the rest of our lives, the next 20, 30 years of our professional lives, every position you go into, if you're in business or marketing or anything corporate, having coding skills is going to help you. So I would definitely advise continuing to learn it, and just continue to evolve with it. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to know everything, and that's where we're all on the same page. So, guys, I say that's kind of the state of web design 2019. Stick around. I hope you like this tutorial where I kind of talk more about the industry than I do about specific code or projects or CMSs type things. So give a like, give a subscribe. It's appreciated, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks, guys.